Last night was a. Am I on? Hold on. Last night. Last night was sobering. Uh, and it has me thinking. It's time to. I'm an optimist. I was born an optimist. I always look at the bright side. It's a gift I was born with. I think it's just a disposition. And I have not lost my optimism. But I want to bring a sobriety to it. Viktor Frankl, who wrote Man's Search for Meaning, spoke about tragic optimism, which is the ability to find meaning even when and hope, even as we face life's inescapable pain and suffering. Sometimes you break things in a way that cannot be unbroken. We are on the cusp. Well, we're not on the cusp. We are experiencing great challenge, but my sense is that we have some really big challenges ahead. And it will take a kind of human being to turn towards that. I think about our children, and I do a lot of work with men, so I think about our young boys seeing the elders of the nation behave in this way. And I think it really is time to begin to really develop and focus on having the spiritual fortitude that we are going to need to have in order to get to the challenges ahead. I am not saying that we throw in the towel on any of this stuff, not on climate change, not on the election, of course not, but I think about it as one path, two tracks. One path, two tracks, the very immediate and practical track, the organizing, the coming together, the voting, all of that stuff. But also really cultivating and understanding that that is just one plane of all of this. And that there's something broken here. That it cannot be unbroken. And that there will be turmoil as the just seek to find our way. And so, who are the people that are going to be able to nurture the birth of something new, even as this current structure comes falling apart? We need to be people who are aware that we come from a lineage of ancestors so that we can take responsibility for our descendants, because that is a thing that too many of us has failed to do. We steal from the future instead of live for our children and grandchildren and great-grandchildren. It's going to take a different way of being. It's going to take prayer. It's going to take meditation. It's going to take groundedness and turning towards one another and taking care of each other. Find your people. Be close to them. Connect with their hearts. Let's help each other materially and spiritually. Make sure you have a network of support, but even more important, if you're somebody that is cultivating yourself, make sure you're bringing others together and uplifting spirits, and let us all protect ourselves from the energy of resentment, from the blindness of rage. It is okay to be angry. There's plenty to be angry about, but let us not lose ourselves. Let us not give ourselves license to hate and to despise the other, because in that we only are giving in to the same morass that has been hoisted upon us. We only got here because our ancestors, in the midst of the worst of circumstances, still prayed and still danced and still sang the songs and told the old stories. And we need to remember and find out and figure out what are the stories that we're going to tell our children to counter the stuff that they saw last night and the stuff that they're hearing. There's a heartbreak here, but there's also a light that is emergent that I want to step into, and I want to step into it with you.